like to read the room before I talk, and so it's not like I'm an introvert per se. It's just when I'm talking in a place, I don't want to seem like I'm a talkative. I just want to observe and then know the right time to just say something. I don't want someone who is dark skinned. You have to be more careful about how you walk and how you talk, not because of anything, but because of the internet and what they've portrayed. So it just means being unique and not trying to hide your culture. Because I realize most people just tend to pretend they don't have a culture.
Hi guys, welcome back again to Chat with Nyakim. It's been a good week. It's been an amazing week.
Really
Today I have an amazing guest. I'll say a little brother that I met, and I was very intrigued and excited to talk to him because he has so much to offer. I have Samuel with you. Samuel.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, it's so nice to be on this chat.
Chat with Nyakim.
Yeah.
Or you can just say chat. We're just chatting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so nice to have you.
Yeah, it really is.
It's Samuel. Samuel.
Samuel Williams.
So you don't have Nigerian name?
I do. It's actually my first name, but I just don't go by it because people tend to mispronounce it.
Of course. Yeah, Canadian do a lot, but I'm African, so I might pronounce it well.
So the first name is Akimbobola.
Again?
Akimbobola.
Akim?
Akimbobola.
Akim?
Akimbobola.
Akin?
Yeah.
Bola?
Bobola.
Bobola?
Yeah.
Akin Bobola?
Yeah.
Akin Bobola?
Yeah, that's the first name.
Yeah, but it's not, okay. For African, I don't think it's really hard to pronounce each other's name.
Yeah.
Not like, Canadian.
It's just
Yeah.
I don't want the name to become something that is more that is not pronounced properly because the name has
It has a meaning,
to it.
right? Yeah, no, I get it. Even my name is super easy, Nyakim, but they cannot pronounce it. Yeah, they say Nyakim. No matter how much they say, oh, my name is Nyakim. Oh, Nyakim. Oh, Nyakim. Like, okay, just call me Kim. So that's why I have you or you Sam, because I have to shorten my name for it to make it easier for them. Otherwise, instead of talking good things, now we're spending time talking about how to pronounce my name.
Yeah.
But I like Samuel.
Samuel works too.
Samuel works, yeah. It's Bible name, so that's good.
Name.
Yeah. Okay, you're super quiet.
Yes.
You're a quiet person.
Yeah.
Introvert?
No, not really. I tend to I like to read the room before I talk, and so it's not like I'm an introvert per se. It's just when I'm talking in a place, I don't want to seem like I'm a talkative. I just want to observe and then know the right time to just say something. I don't want to just shout and just become rude. I'm not the boisterous type unless I'm with people that I'm already comfortable with or familiar with, but it's really not something you find me doing. Just in a place and I'm talking to people, that's what I want to do. Not really.
That's way too mature of you.
Yeah.
So you have to observe the room first before you say anything.
Yeah.
That's good, because the moment you start talking, I feel like people would listen. People listen to people who don't talk much.
Yeah.
And
it's really good.
How old are you?
I'm 15 right now.
How? Samuel, you're 15?
Yeah.
You're too mature for 15.
I'm not really too mature for 15. It's just the way it seems, I guess.
No, you are. Just the fact that you're like, oh, I have to observe the room first before I talk. That is not a 15 kind.
Well,
Yeah, like you're 15, but inside, like, oh, I'm an old man. Do you feel that?
Not really.
No, you don't feel like that?
I feel that it's just something people should get to do, and it's best to know it from the start rather than just knowing it later on, because it helps with anything. Say you want to get a scholarship or you want to apply to some place, and you're talking to your coach, knowing to read the room or doing something just basically helps you to not be seen in the wrong light. It just basically helps.
So you're doing that intentionally?
Yes, I'm doing it all on purpose because I feel that reading the room is important.
Yeah.
Because it just shows that you're socially intelligent, basically.
But how do you learn those things? For 15 years, you should be playing games, playing soccer right now, and trying to be outside and with your friends. Like, what made you think that far ahead of yourself? Far ahead of your years, for sure.
It's basically my mom, and she just made me realize that whenever you see things, you should realize that yes, you are young. She says she's not gonna deprive you of having a normal childhood. But it's best to just be a little bit more mature because it helps you in the long run. It's not just for me, but for anything I want to do in the long run. So, because if you learn the habits from a young age, you'll be able to practice them later on. So, my mom basically taught me all these things that I basically know. It was not.
I'm learning from you right now. So, are you actually doing things typical 15 years old?
Yes, I do.
You
actually.
are. What do you do for fun?
I play soccer for fun. Every now and then, I play basketball. And I also run, but it's more of just a thing I do because of the sports I play. And so you just run. So it's like maybe just a morning run. And I play a couple of video games like Brawl Stars, or if I can, though my Xbox not been on for a bit, Fortnite. 'Cause I'm still a child, but I'm just more mature and I know exactly what to do.
You know what to play and what not to play.
Yes, it's all about balance in essence.
Wow. Okay, I'm learning. Okay, so teach, preach. Okay. Okay, what are you in school right now?
Yes, I am in school. Grade 11.
Grade 11. Do you already know what you want to do in university?
Well, yes, I do know what I want to do, but it's more of a thing that's going to help me on track of what I really want to do. I want to be a politician. But politics, as we all know, requires a lot of money, and it requires that you have a lot of money. And so basically I want to study.
It?
Yes, it does actually.
They pay you money to be a politician. You don't pay to be a politician.
It is true, but campaigns, posters, all that costs a lot of money. And usually people just have political parties and people donate to it. But I want to do something that is more of my own, so people already see that this guy is not just going to go into office and probably commit some heinous crime of money laundering because they probably don't have. You can see that before I even stepped into politics, I have made a lot of money from my own business, and not just that. Oh, the guys. So people don't have things to say. Not that they wouldn't have things to say, but then they don't have anything to say that is negative. They can't. It'd be very difficult to look for something negative. So basically, I want to study something that I like doing too, which is computer science, tech basically. But I don't know which branch of tech yet because tech has a lot of branches. But whichever part I feel probably help me out basically. So computer engineering is what I'm leaning towards, but which branch of computer engineering I don't know yet. But for now, that's just basically the plan. Yeah.
You wanna have a career before you become a politician?
Yes, that's the plan.
Is it like here or back home?
I could do both actually. Yeah. I just realized I have to, if I go back home, there's some things I need to do. Maybe get the NYSC, because that's like the most important thing. It's like
NY what?
NYSC, it's a National Youth Service Corps. It's basically, it was created back in the day when to foster unity in the country. So you basically go to, so say you live, there are 36 states in Nigeria. And so basically, if you want to go somewhere and you want to establish yourself, so you don't just see the world from one side, then several states you can go to. So what they usually do is they post you to a state you've never been to, so you can learn about it, to foster diversity. If you just see an entirely new thing you've probably not seen before, basically.
You did your research. You've been researching on this.
It's not really research. They taught us all this stuff at school back in Nigeria. It was just pretty much stuff that we had to know, per se. But yeah, I did some research. I would say that.
Okay, talking about Nigeria, how do you find the education? How is the difference? You went to school in Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
And also you're now educating in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a huge difference.
There's a really big difference, to be honest. Nigerian education is more, how do I say this? It's much harder, basically. And it's done in such a way that if you get to study in probably Canada, it's not that Canadian studies is not hard in itself, but there's a pattern in how it works. In Nigerian studies, there's no pattern. You just need to know everything you need to know. So for example, I used to do economics back home. I'll probably be like social studies or something like that. And basically, in economics, you need to know everything about economics. Stuff the teacher didn't talk about in class. You have to go on ahead and research and do a lot of work, to make sure that anything that comes out in the test, you know exactly what to do. But here, everything's already set in stone. You just have to work with the resources you have. And I don't think the teacher could even ask outside of those resources because I don't think that's allowed for the first place. It's just not done because it's not something they would do on a normal day. But they just basically do it in such a way everything is already in the system. If you understand the system, you can easily win. But in Nigeria, there really is no system, so it's much harder because you have to pretty much think outside of the box instead of just thinking within the box of what your teacher said in class. You think of what other people have said, what people have to say to you. You read what the internet has to say. You read this, read that, and then you bring it all together into the test. So that's just basically the major difference.
I went to school in Kenya too, and I feel like all African schools, they're the same, and they're more harder than here. Like you say, you have to do a lot more studies than the teacher actually tells you. Here it's like if they teach you one chapter, they're gonna test you from that chapter. But back home they'll teach you one chapter and they'll test you 10 of them. And you're like, oh, now I have to go study. So yes, it's easy here, but it's good for you too. But we have to go back to politics. I don't know why you thought about that. Like how did you come to the decision? Oh, politics is gonna be good for me.
Well, politics is something I've always wanted to do.
Why?
Because I saw it as me being able to make a change in my own society, but not just a change that is something that could possibly be changed. I think it's very hard for something to be changed once it has been put in the law. And I believe that if I can do that, I can change things, I can solve problems that are within my society or whichever place I'm in, just by being into the politics of how it works. Because I believe that most people want to study and work in finance or work in the bank or work in tech, but basically there's one branch that controls all of that. Which is politics. Because say today we have the internet, we have everything, we're using it now. If say the people who are in power decide to say, okay, you know what, there's no internet anymore, the internet does not exist, we're shutting it down, we're erasing it, it's gone. And that's it, it's gone. So basically, it's not just about making a difference, but making a lasting impact. And I believe that politics does that for you because you're not just in control of one part, you're in control of all the parts.
So you want power?
Yeah, not necessarily power, it's more of, I want to make a change, basically.
But that's also power.
Yeah, but not power is in the sense of the fact that I want to be a power-hungry person and I want to be tyrannical. No, that's not the plan. The plan is to use it to solve problems and make things
use it in a good way.
Yes.
That's good. Wow. Okay, that's exciting to hear. Let's talk about your project that you did last time.
Yeah.
You were bringing young adults together to play soccer. Can you tell me more about that?
So basically, before I even got the grant to even do the thing and everything, what happened was I was in my room. It was in summer, and basically I was like, what if I could do something where you could have people from communities that surrounding each other I'll ask them all to come together, and then we can all just talk about, play soccer, we can make new friends at the same time, and also learn life skills alongside with it as well. And life skills in the sense of the fact that like emotional intelligence and probably how to set goals, to not just spend all your time scrolling on TikTok and all that, basically. And I thought, hey, this is something that could even get us to just prevent us from just staying on our phones and just not socializing. And we can actually just be joined by one sport, which is soccer, which is one of the main sports that I play. Yeah, that was basically it. That was how I came up with the idea. I told my mom about it, and then we stumbled upon the grant, which was really helpful. We were able to successfully get it done. Yeah. And it was really great.
So you played soccer, and then you say you were doing activities like what? Finance?
No, life skills training. So basically, before we played the game, we would have people who would, my mom basically would help with teaching life skills before the game. So we would probably talk about, say, self-control, and we'll talk about the importance of self-control, the benefits of self-control, the disadvantages of not having self-control, and how to apply self-control as a teenager or into your life, basically. That was what we did. And so that was just the thing. And then after that, we'll play games. And then after the games, halftime, we'll have like packs of water and we'll give it to them. And then we have food at the end of the thing. Yeah, it was a really...
Did you have fun?
What?
Did you enjoy?
Yes, I really
You think
enjoyed
you
it.
want to do it again?
Yeah, I'd want to do it probably next year again. Something I would want to do over and over because it was fun, worked, and it was something that the purpose was fulfilled, basically. The goal was achieved. People came together, new friends were made from all over different communities surrounding each other, and yeah, we had fun and we learned life skills too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to hear. I wanted to come. I don't know what happened. There was a miscommunication between your mom and me. Oh, it's right?
Yeah.
I was supposed to come, but you did not send me the address.
So sorry. Definitely
Next
the
time.
next one,
Yeah.
we're going to plan it together because it was just like we didn't know it was going to be that big.
Yeah.
Right?
You didn't see that coming.
We did not
And all of a sudden, whoo.
And
Yeah.
all we needed was the first game.
Yeah.
Then they told themselves.
Yeah.
We had close to 80 people. Kids were like 60 something.
Wow,
Yeah.
Samuel.
Yes.
And you did that.
Yeah. I just so happened to know a lot of people
Yeah,
around the place, and I was just able to tell them, "Oh, I'm having a game."
Yeah. Well, you should be proud you pulled that together, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
good
proud of
job.
myself.
Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about. I know it might be sensitive, but I always want to talk about being a black kid in Canada.
Yeah.
I know people talk about it, but I'm not sure. Like, you have to face it to actually know if it happens, right, in real life. So, for a black kid in Canada, what will be the challenges? Personally experienced. I don't even know if that is the question. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, like I did not go to high school in Canada or middle school or anything, so I don't think I've experienced what you young kids might have experienced. So I'd love to know more about that, if you don't mind. Or is it getting better?
Yeah, it's basically something that I would say is more of you have to watch who you're with, basically. Like I was able to have my mom to give me advice on all these things and know what to do, but it's not something that is per se easy. And the way it works is it's not directly at you, but you will just know from the way it is. It's very indirect and not very head on or direct.
So they wouldn't just come to you and be like,
Oh,
oh, you
no.
don't belong here.
No, they won't do that.
They
Basically, it's
direct-
more of something that will just make you feel awkward. So I'll talk about an instance which I would just say now. When I first moved here, I wanted to learn how to draw. And I felt, hey, it'd be good to do this as an option. Let's do this. I will not mention the person's name or anything like that, but I did art, and I was the only black student in the class. And basically, what you have to do when you're someone who is dark skinned is you have to be more careful about how you walk and how you talk, not because of anything, but because of the internet and what they've portrayed. So, for example, you cannot go to school and, like for me now, just so you don't see yourself as be portrayed as something you're not. You can't go to school wear like earrings or wear a do-rag or something that would make you look like you're a gangster or something like that, or maybe tie a bandana on your head. Not because it's something that is gangster or anything, or you think it looks good, but it's not really, because you'll be perceived differently. So back to the story. So the whole point is, there was a time I was still learning how to paint, right? And I didn't know whether she did this to make me feel bad or because of the color of my skin. I really cannot say. But I was painting it and I was really finding difficulty with it. I was like, oh, please, I need some help. I'd like to know what exactly to do to make this better. And then she just picked my painting from my hand and she was like, class, we should not be doing stuff like this here. This is
teacher?
Yeah. This is not good. We should not be doing stuff like this. We should be improving on it. And everyone there was just having a laugh and laughing. I felt really bad about it. Later on, she came, and the reason why I'm still believing that this was something that was improper was she didn't apologize to me in front of the entire class. When the entire class left and it was time for for lunch, she was like, "Oh, Samuel, I'm really sorry about what happened. Whatever. Potato. I don't think that was right because if you want to make something right, you apologize to me in front of the whole class. You made fun of me in front of the whole class. The least you can do is apologize to me in front of the whole class." Well, that's probably the only instance I've had of something that case ever happened to me. Besides that, it's not really, it's something that you can actually narrowly escape and avoid because it's all about how you act, how you behave. If you behave properly, they will treat you properly. But if you act like you're larger than life or do something out of place or just skip class, do stuff like that, then you're just giving yourself room to be picked on. But if they don't have anything to pick on you for, then you're pretty much just good in essence. Yeah, that was pretty much.
And also your group of friends, right?
Yeah, the group of friends that you have is very important, basically. Very, very important.
Because I feel like a lot of young people suffer because they try to fit in the culture that they don't actually belong, or maybe they're not welcome, right? Yeah, like you're in the middle of, let's say, 5 white kids, and you're trying to fit in. So you'll have to try to behave like them. What would you say about that? Like, why is it such an horrible thing to like try to fit in instead of living your own life, like living your own truth? Because that will set you free, right?
Yeah, that will. What I would say is, I do have a lot of reference. What I'm going to say is, what you've got to do is, you've got to acknowledge the fact that you're not the same. And you don't have the same lifestyles. Like, when I first moved here, I was I didn't understand most of the slangs that they used. I had to even watch a bunch of TikTok to know most of the slangs because they had a bunch of slangs that I didn't know. And there was a way they spoke to themselves, I didn't understand it. And I was like, oh, should I try to fit in? Should I not? And I was like, you know what? And I spoke to my mom about it, and she was just like, the best gift you can give to the world is your authenticity. Being authentic, being yourself, and being someone who stands out for who they are and who they are. Because trying to be someone else is just like trying to fit in with the crowd. Sometimes it's just best to stand out and be different. And even if it means you're not going to associate with them, so be it. If they don't appreciate you for being who you are, then they're just not the right people to go with. Like, for example, they say, oh, let's skip class together. I've never skipped class before. I'm not going to skip class with you because I've never done it before. I'm not going to do something that I'm not used to. Or let's do this, let's do that. I don't want to do it with you. And if you see me differently because of that, then that's your problem, because I'm doing this because of what I have at the front of me. Most of these people that do these things and want to fit in, they tend to forget the big picture, which is life. And I don't blame them. I mean, we're all teenagers, we all want to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes, you're going to do something.
You're trying to have friends.
Yeah, and all that. But basically what you have to do is just focus on the big picture ahead. Anytime I realize, oh, you want to skip class, I don't want to skip class. Not because it's something bad, because I've got a plan. Maybe they just want to.
Bad.
It's something.
Skipping
class is bad, basically. But if you don't have the future of going ahead of life, maybe you just want to do secondary school and that's it. Skipping class is not a big deal for you. One class that you skip will probably not even do it because you're not going to go into the university. No one's going to put it on your record. They don't really care. If you want to probably work in the blue collar business, something like that, you have a business idea you want to do, that's good for you. But I don't want to do it because I've got a plan ahead of me. I know what I want to do, what exactly I need to do, and how I need to get it done. And that means I have to make sure I do this and do that. And it just means being unique and not trying to hide your culture. Because I realize most people just tend to pretend they don't have a culture or pretend they're just different in such a way or portray themselves in a way that they don't. I don't do that. Like, for example, there was a time a friend of mine was like, oh, hey, Samuel. And I was like, no, you don't do that. Not because of anything. In Nigeria, if you do like this to someone, it means you're mom. Like, it's like a swear word, basically. So, like, you see sometimes when you daffle or something like that means it's not be good for you, and you put your hand like your mom. It's like a swear word. But he wouldn't know that. You just think it's something like casual, and I explained it to him. But most people wouldn't do it. They'll just see it as, oh, nah, let's just forget it. Or maybe they tend to not see things the way you do. So if we all want to go out and I say, I need to call my mom before this, doing that makes you stand out in the sense of the fact that they don't need to call their parents to do that because that's the way they've been raised. But you've been raised differently. Not doing that will just put you in the bad light with your parents, and you won't even be seen as someone who is doing something. You're just following the crowd. You're acting needy, basically. So that's what I think is my own perspective on this.
That's nice. Well, what I got from here is try to be unique. Don't try to fit in. Do things that you were taught to do.
Yeah.
And trying to be wearing black people things that they see in movies and stuff. Yeah, the more bad things you do, the more they're gonna have something against you. They have a reason to bully you, right? But if you don't give them, then they won't have a reason. So I think that's what I just got from that.
Yeah.
And thank you for that. I hope a lot of kids would think the way you think, because that's gonna help them move forward, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But if you were to ask me that question, I would say TikTok. I would ban TikTok.
TikTok is not the problem. It's more of how you use it.
Even me, I'm learning here.
No.
It's like I don't know the person sitting beside me.
Right? Like it's huge. I'm like, dude, slow down.
If you had given us like questions before, I would have said maybe you prepared, but this is him.
This is perfect.
This is him.
Because once you know the question, you will prepare your brain. But now he's saying whatever he feels, right? This is what we need. And I'm so happy that I got to talk to you.
Yeah.
I wish we could talk
So
more.
much. Yeah.
I really have more questions for you, especially the TikTok thing.
Yeah.
I think we need to talk more. Can
Yes.
I have him again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just plan it.
Yeah. But before I end the interview, I didn't need to. The TikTok, I said I would ban TikTok, but you say TikTok is not the problem. I need to know more about
Well,
that.
TikTok is not the problem.
Why?
It's basically how you use it, in my opinion. Because I mean, if you use TikTok to make money, then it's not the problem. But if you just see TikTok as something you want to go to and just spend all your time on, and not really per se have a plan of what you want to do, you just want to spend all your time just watching TikTok, then it's a problem. It's more of like eating sweet foods, let's say pastries that are really nice. You can balance it and eat as many nice pastries as you like and still not be. But there's an extreme part where you eat so much to the point where you can't fit through a door, and it's not like healthy for you, and your health is just declining basically. Too much of anything is bad. That's just the thing. But if it's all balanced, all about balance and how you balance things out. TikTok isn't a bad thing, but it's all about how you use it. If you're going to be spending erroneous amounts of time on it, you should be either having a plan to use it to make money for yourself. Maybe you just say you're free or you just want to do something for yourself. But really, it's not something you want to do because it's a bad thing altogether. It's not a bad thing altogether. It's just how we use it.
Well, I feel like I disagree. Because if we have to use TikTok to make money, that means we cannot have other careers out there, right? Like kids stop going to school now because they're trying to make money off TikTok. So let's say one day something happened and TikTok is gone. How are they going to support their life? Because right? That's why I think it's bad. Because it might not be there forever. Something might happen and it's gonna go. So what happens then to the people who refuse to go to school?
I agree.
Have something else to do because they're go TikTok. Monday evening, Sunday, they're always live on TikTok. You know what I mean? That's why I thought maybe it's not
I think it should be something that is it's all about like I said before, balance, and don't put your eggs into just one basket. If you want to do something, you don't want TikTok to be your main source. It's the same thing like when you have a job, you don't want your job to be your only source of money because you could get laid off tomorrow and you wouldn't like it that your standard of living goes down drain because you only had one stable job. So when you have a job, you would have probably say a TFSA or maybe an investment account or something where if anything should happen, you can always plan, maybe an emergency account. So if TikTok should ever leave the surface of the earth, I don't think you should have only one plan. And with those people who I think skip school to do TikTok, you should just think why exactly are you doing it? Because I would say school is not made for everyone, basically. Not everyone would like to sit down and read a bunch of books and solve problems. Some people feel, hey, if I can just stay in front of a camera, I can stream, I can do this. I mean, we have the likes of people like Aisha Speed or Kai Sanat who are really good at what they are, and I don't think they per se focused in school, and that was that was the reason why they went into stream. Maybe they did go to school or something like that, but it wasn't their main drive. So I think it's just don't put your eggs in one basket and just don't do that.
Okay, that's a perfect answer. That is what I was looking for. Okay. Well, thank you for gracing me with your presence. I'm so grateful that you're here.
Thank you for having me
Yeah.
here as well.
Yeah, I hope you'll be a politician one day. Yeah, you're dreaming big, so keep dreaming,
Yeah, thank you so
right?
much.
And also like put it into action.
Yeah, I'll put it into action.
Yeah, that the event that you did, do it again. Don't let it die like that. Once you keep doing it, you might even make money. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was it, Samuel. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Mom too.
Yeah, thank you
It's
so
a
much for
pleasure.
having
It
me.
was fun.
Yeah.
And it was fun looking at him. I don't know. This is the way his
Yeah.
mind works.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
So next time it's you.
Oh, really? No wahala. Just let me know.
We have things to talk about.
No
We need to
problem.
talk about finance.
No worries. No worries.
Right?
No worries.
Okay, Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, Samuel.
Yeah, whichever one.
I
is fine.
can Akimabala.
Yeah.
Yes, Akimbobola.
Akimbobola.
Yes.
Thank you so
It
much.
means a strong man who came and brought wealth.
You want to be wealthy? That's a nice name. Okay.